Oh, yeah, that's like me. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to do that. I should hide that. Hi. I'm still figuring stuff out here. This was sort of an impulse thing. I know that must be a surprise. Hi, everybody. Just trying to get chat to be a little bit smaller. Smaller? Bigger. Bigger. The opposite of smaller. There we go. Now I see that. Oh, boy. I do want to see you. I'm making it bigger. I need to figure out the, reach it. Gotta, grousing. Oh, my voice is going. We did Lasso the other day, and, I don't want to do that, Streamlabs. All the screaming and the yellings, I think, has left me a little hoarse. I was fine for most of the day, but I feel like it's starting to go. It's starting to go. Alright. You can see that now. So, somewhere midway through here, who knows, maybe I won't be able to talk. Okay. Now I can see chat.
I'm just here to get my little, where's my little, like, key things?
They're in your room.
Oh, did you put them in there?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I was just wondering, so, I don't have any toys for you inside here.
Okay. Thank you, Olivia.
You're welcome. I'm going back to
Now
bed.
go to bed. Your bed.
Okay.
Leave the door open. I'm going to watch you to go to your room. You've chosen wisely. Bed. All the way in your bed. All the way. Now. Go all the way in your bed. Fine, but there's no room on your floor to sleep, so sleep in your bed, which is comfortable and wonderful. And elevated, so the coyotes can't get you. You're right, there are no coyotes in the house. But still. Good night, Louie. She's on to the coyotes. Thank you, Made in the Eve. Thank you, Chunky Dude. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Old Crow. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Certifiably Geeky. And Nova. It's not quite my birthday yet. It'll be my birthday as discussed. Whoa. I need to turn that down. Technically, I'm an East Coast boy, so my birthday really will fall at... I should turn this in a different way. Fall at 11 p.m. tonight, because that's, I was born in the East Coast, so... This is the end of my 30th year of life. Thank you, Writing T. Thank you, Violet's team. Oh, well, I'm glad your recovery's going well. Come on, voice, you can do it. Thank you, Jojo Steen. Thank you, Liesel. Liesel said, hey, everyone, I know this time of year can be rough for people, but you are not alone. There are people who care about and love you. For everyone who is okay, awesome. Please keep an eye out for your loved ones that aren't okay. Mad love to the Madhouse. Thank you, Lisa. That's a very wonderful message. Thank you. What? Come on, voice. You can do it. Thank you, Maniacal Queen. Birthday girl, my 9-year-old Lily says, happy almost birthday, Ryan. Aw, thank you, Lily. Happy real birthday for you. We're in the East Coast. I was in Columbus, Georgia, which is actually only about 3 hours from... Thank you, T-Luff, from Birmingham, Alabama, where I will be, as I previously announced, but it has now been officially announced on their Twitter, and then subsequently on every social media thing I have. I should put the mic on the desk when I do these, because then it looks like a talk show. I guess tonight, just set up. I got 2 cameras set up. I don't know if we'll need them, to be honest. I feel like I got it close enough that you can see everything I'm going to be doing. Yeah, this is a podcast now. We're not streaming anymore. It's just a podcast. Thank you, Marty Gras. Aw. Hard to think of a life without all of you wonderful people. That is very sweet of you, Martin Groth. Thank you. Thank you, Explosive Dust. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Alien Hated. Thank you, Nix. Happy early birthday. Been enjoying Seven Wonderings. Are you able to say how long y'all had between getting picked and when y'all left the country? Courtney. Thank you, Nix. So, thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Jamie James. Thank you, Vis. Okay, whoa. Thank you, Commander Bob. 2 questions there. Vis asked why I'm going to that convention, and Courtney asked about Seven Wonderings, in which case we left within an hour or two. Every time we film the opening to those, we then leave. We're gone. Sometimes we have, like, depending on when the flight is, it'll be like, all right, well, you got an hour or so before you have to get to the airport, but usually it's pretty quick. And speaking of which, the Mobile, Alabama one just went up, which is another place in Alabama. This what inspired me to go to this particular convention, if you want the honest truth, was this convention reached out to me and offered to bring me as a guest. So they, are kind of bringing me out. So that's what made me decide to do it. Where do you watch it at? Those episodes for Seven Wonderings go up on... thank you, Follow Reach. Those episodes go up on Facebook. They're free. You don't need a Facebook account to actually watch them either. So you can watch them even if you don't have Facebook. You don't have to log in or anything. Joy Bones, I'm very humble. I even said in my Instagram post, like, hey, come make me look good for all the real people. What happened to my arm? So that's very... I should turn that down because I'm sure that's hitting the mic hard. I'm sorry about that. What happened to my arm is... I was helping Eli practice for... He has a belt test for karate tomorrow, or Saturday. And turns out we haven't trimmed his nails in a while, and he accidentally caught me with one. And so I have a scratch that's like this long. Hey, Cheetah. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Cherry Rosewood. That was actually bleeding, so... Thank you, Sativasi... Borg. Let's just go with Borg. Thank you, Lady Merowyn. Yeah. It was, we were all shocked, because no one could believe that he actually did that. Thank you, Stanley. Thank you, I appreciate that. And thank you, Zolt, and Gotham, and A. Wells. So, tonight's stream, I figured, be nice to just take a break, have a nice, relaxed evening. Thank you, Dark Fear. As my voice apparently slowly dies, along with my soul, I suppose, because it sounds like I'm... But, last time I did a Lego building stream, I did Voltron, which you can't see because he's, like, up here. Thank you, Ranger. Thank you very much. They are a wonderful bunch. This time I went with something a little bit smaller. I mean, it's still about 1,000 pieces. I don't remember how many Voltron was, but I think it was more than 1,000. So hopefully we can get it done in one stream. And I kind of picked something... yeah, Monopoly Ryan might show back up here. Thank you, Darian. First time going... Oh. Sorry it's going to be sad for you. Try and find something about the holiday that you can still enjoy, though. And that's... If nothing else, be here, with other people that want to have fun, just like and celebrate things. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Ace. Let's see. Have I covered everything I was going to talk about? Thank you, Voltaic. Voltron was fun. This will still be fun, but I picked something that was in my FDR, like, am I having a fireside chat? Well, there's no fire in here. Unless I drop some hot licks or something. Did I say that right? This is a very shaky table. But what I went with this time was something that I could then turn around and I know it was lame. That's what I am. I'm 38, about to be 39. I'm allowed to be lame. I'm on the internet. God, I'm about to be a 39-year-old with an internet job. Oh, oh God, what have I done? Oh God, you guys leave, then I'm going to be poor because no one will hire me. All right then. Anyway, instead of dwelling on that thought, let's talk about Lego. Uh, so, and I figured this serves three purposes. One, it's a chill stream for me to do tonight. Two, we satisfy an extra life goal, which I've already done a Pokemon stream and a cookie stream and said no, that they don't count. Though Pokemon, I don't know what we're going to do at this point because I might as well just finish the game and that would count as the satisfying it. But we'll do. I need to do the cooking stream doesn't count because I need to do the Sky Factory cooking stream to make that weird sandwich thing. So that's what we'll do for that. This will be the Lego stream. But so it satisfies that, and I also thought this would be. I'll get something this time that the kids can then just take and play with. So, since in Fallen Order you didn't get to go Sith, I figured we could just bring a little Sith of our own to the game and build Kylo Ren's shuttle thingy. It's got like dynamic wing things that like flip out and it looks really cool. It is 1,000 pieces, though, so I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Cornball. Thank you, Cheetah. As long as you love what you're doing, don't dwell on it. Man, I'm living moment to moment. Thank you, Permanence. Thank you, Maniacal Queen. No existential crisis. Oh, thank you. I'm about to build Lego for fun. On my birthday. I think I'm being kind to myself. Don't worry. Thank you, Pastry Fudger. Everything cookie stream for food you've never made before. Pretty much every cooking stream I've done, there's been food I never made before on. Let's see. The one where I did chicken marsala was the first time I'd ever made fresh pasta from scratch and chicken marsala from scratch. The Thanksgiving one, I'd never made that pie or the recipes for the dressing I'd never done before. So yeah, I don't know that I've ever done a cooking stream with something I knew confidently that I could make. Thank you, Volps. I'm okay, thank you. Thank you, Manitoba Guy. Thank you, Ninja Monkey. Oh. Blah. Well, that doesn't look too bad. It's not bad. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. 50 tier 1 subs? Whoa! Haunted, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Those you seem to really love and enjoy. Just found my real enjoying work on robots for a living. Well, that's awesome. Absolutely. Do what you love and you never work a day in your life, they say. Thank you, Strickland. I've said it before, and honestly, if I won the lottery tomorrow, which I do still play the lottery, because I know, thank you so much, Haunted, I really appreciate that. I do still play the lottery because being YouTube famous doesn't mean you're rich. So, thank you, Cosplay Freak. I would, if I ever became rich, I don't play the lottery a lot, but like whenever the Mega Millions gets up real high, I'm like, you know, I could use $280 million. Thank you, C3BBBC3. Thank you, Cosplay Freak and Shadow Silver Star. That's a good thing that you hadn't made those things before, though, because you remember your only. Yeah, I really do pretty much nail things typically the first try. That's why the pasta I did the first time, I tested pasta before I did the stream, and the pasta I tested worked perfectly, and then the stream pasta was not as good. I'm sorry, there's going to be some crinkles here at the beginning as I have to open certain bags. We'll start with bag number 1. And move everything over there. Sorry for all the jingle jangles. Thank you, Lady Faye. I don't know if this counts as ASMR, just lots of crinkles. Oh my goodness. Thank you, TS Cryptor. It's another 50 tier 1 subs. Goodness gracious. You guys are entirely too generous. Thank you so much. Thank you, Juggernaut. Welcome to everybody that's your child. Go back to bed. Anyway. So, were I to win the lottery tomorrow, and it is my birthday, so I feel like if I'm going to win it, tomorrow would be the day. Very little about my life would change. Other than I would absolutely hire someone to clean up after everything in my life. Thank you, the D-Man and Voltaic. That would be the ultimate gift to me from being rich, is hiring someone to clean the house, because I have to do that all day, every day, all the time. Anyone who's a parent here, you know what I mean. Hey, come back. I need to see that. Thank Nam Fang. 3.5 years. Oh, thank you so much. Oh. It's so much. Keeping after kids is an amount of cleaning that you do not consider before having them, and can't help but consider after having them. Oh, we got some Kylo Ren pieces. There's the helmet, probably coming back in the next one. I don't know if I should be excited about the next installment of Star Wars or not. Guess we'll see. In, 7 days? I won't probably see it on day 1, just because that's hard for me to go see movies on day 1. But I can't get the kids to go see movies with me. No one in my family will watch movies with me. Thank you, Clay. I love going to the movies, and no one else does. It's just me. Alright. 1. Now. Right now, you can see from this angle. I can also turn on this angle, which kind of looks a little bit more over the shoulder. So, if you like that, please turn on the hand cam. Okay. Let's see. I can move this around to whatever angle you like. You want me? Thank you, HFX Runner. Thank you, Cook Me. Goodness gracious, yes. Take care of you first, Cook Me. Thank you, Voltaic. Would winning the lottery help in that game of life 5 years ago? You mean when I was relentlessly bullied? Yes, that would help. Thank you, Royally Crowned Gaming. Thank you, I appreciate that. I am going to be depressingly old. But it's okay, as long as you're young at heart. Kidding. But yeah, so thank you, Prince Kelly. These open. Oh, we got some angry Sith faces in here. More crinkle. Sorry about that. Thank you, Caro. From the future, from the land down under. We had some unfortunate news for the folks in the land down under today. That I retweeted the video that went up. Thank you, Marked One. Thank you so much, Marked One. That's very kind of you. Where we've had to shut down our Australian store. And like I said, I retweeted the link from Jackie and Chelsea talking about that. It is really unfortunate that that's where we're at, business-wise, with how things are going with international trade. But I really don't want you guys to think that we don't truly love and appreciate everyone over in that region. For those of you that haven't seen it, basically we had to shut down our Australia store with Hanabi. And it was largely just because the expense of running it was more than we would be. Yeah, there's nothing in it because it's been sort of happening for a while. But the expense of running it was so much compared to what we were making off of it that it just got kind of unreasonable to keep operating that way. We're in trying times with global trade at the moment. Thank you, Marked One. But I should put this up somewhere so people can see what it is. I'll put it over here. Get rid of this trash. Alright. Okay. Maybe. You can't see it back there anyway. Oh well, my bad. But so I don't want any of you folks over in Australia to feel like we don't love you, because we really do, and we really, really appreciate you, especially through all the years. All the RTXs were amazing, and sometimes it just sucks where the business side of it doesn't line up quite like you'd hope. I really hope that in the future we will find a way to get better access to you guys back over there. And then this won't be a forever problem, but times are kind of hard all around. Business in many ways it isn't what working the same way it used to. YouTube's all over the place. We got to just keep ahead of things and just keep making content best we can. So, though as they did promise, hopefully we will have several of us. I don't know. I know not who or when, but come over to a convention this year. So if I have to, I'll just smuggle a bunch of merch in my backpack, and you can just have it. Thank you. Annoying. Please crinkle my ass. Thank you, Haunted. The is never ending. Yeah, I wonder who blew that up. Two someones. Thank you, the Asian himself. Thank you, Jaeger Bombed. So yeah, for those of you just joining, we're making it's a ship. It's Kylo Ren's shuttle from he's referred to it on it as Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Oops, spoiler. But so I think it's more from The Last Jedi. What do you guys think of The Last Jedi? Okay. I recently, so right after the cooking stream that night, I got sick and had a bad sore throat, and so I just laid up all the next day and didn't end up doing Thanksgiving until the day after, because I just didn't feel like cooking. But the so I watched The Last Jedi again. And I will say, my viewing experience was dramatically improved by something. I fell asleep through the entirety of the time they're on the gambling planet. Like they got there, I passed out, I woke up right after they had escaped. And my enjoyment of the movie was significantly improved. There was really no reason for them to be there other than, I think the only thing you could say for that whole section was that it helped develop the relationship between Rose and Finn. But that was something that never felt like it mattered too much anyway. So, how'd that go? Like, maybe it'll matter in the next one? I don't know, but I have trouble caring. I feel like she was just rushed into the movie, and then they had to invent a whole section of movie just to justify her being there. Which served very little other purpose. But aside from that, it was much more tolerable than my memory of it. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you, Turch. I still don't. Okay, in a vacuum, break some lore. Yeah, I still don't necessarily like it. I don't like it, but it was less worse than I thought. They just had such a strong start coming in from. Uh, thank you. The first of the trilogy, and boy, did it wander off. Thank you, Super Sock. Am I having a midlife? That was like a while. Oh wait, yeah, but these are behind. So I was gonna say my midlife crisis ended like minutes ago, but no, we're good. A lot of the subbing happened between then and now. So, all right, one of these. Anyway, so that movie comes out on the 12th, right? Let's see. Well, hopefully I will get to see a lot of you folks in Alabama, or at least some of you folks, you know, or someone. I hope someone comes. I hope someone recognizes me. When you're up against like it's like, oh, these guys are that guy, he's the voice of everything from everyone's childhood, like from mine unto kids nowadays. And then it's like, oh, these two guys were in a new Nickelodeon show. This lady's got like a list of things a mile long. Now, I will say, they did a great job of putting together a card for me, like that headshot card. I sent them the headshot, and then the guy that's helping me out with the convention added in all the characters from animation. And that makes it look like I'm way more legit. Then you realize it's like, well, most of those characters don't talk much. I mean, critical to the plot, absolutely, but some of them haven't been seen in a while, and who knows? You know, maybe they're gone, maybe they're not. I don't know. Do you know? Thank you, JD Bob. An ongoing life crisis? That's fine. I can get behind that. Thank you, Logan Drives, for the gifted sub. Do you know of any possible future cons? Well, thank you, Astro. So, at the moment, I do not. The way this is kind of going to work, and I'm, feel like I like to be transparent about how this stuff functions. So, when you go to a convention as a guest person, say me. Thank you, Maniacal Queen. You're clear what con is about. Sorry. Hey. Come on down. Birmingham, come on. When you go to a convention as a guest, like they invited me to do, it does, because it's not our convention, the way it kind of works is, I will have like I think it will be on at least one panel per day. So you can come see me on whatever that panel is. I also said, hey, I'm there. Like, you guys are bringing me. If you got something that makes sense for me to be on it, like if you need a gaming competition hosted, whatever, I'm down. Just, tell me what to do. I'll be happy to do it. But when you go to these conventions as talent, all right, it needs 4 blocks of it. There we go. And then 1 hangover, yeah. Come on, go on there. Eli's super excited to play with this thing, by the way. They bring you out, but as part of that, what you have to do is you do your appearances for whatever, like panels and things like that. But much as with Michael and Lindsay at any of the conventions that they've attended, I'm going to have like a booth thing, where I will be signing, and it will be the kind of situation where it will be like, I don't know how much it is off the top of my head, but it's like, okay, X dollars to picture sign, and like you'll get. Okay, here's the weird thing about how these booth things work. Okay, so the headshot thing is really what you're kind of selling, right? You're selling the headshot because that's cool and no one gives a shit about your signature. But they can't sell the picture, right? You can't sell the picture because the picture's got a bunch of copyrighted stuff on it. And they don't buy the rights to that stuff. So what they do is you sell the signature and you get the picture for free. That's how all of these people that go to these conventions are selling copyrighted things, but you're not selling the copyrighted thing. You're selling the signature on the copyrighted thing, but really what you're buying is the picture. Or I guess some people, if you're someone super famous, you're probably buying the signature too. But in my case, we'll just say you're buying the picture. That being said, and the reason this is important, they track what kind of business you have that comes through there. Like the number of people that come to your booth and how much you bring in and things like that. And if you don't hit certain amounts, then they're gonna you have to like sign more merch and they'll sell that at future conventions and things. But and not to say that it's not going to benefit me, because it goes goes to me. They don't keep it, but they use that as a metric for how successful you were at bringing people to the convention. Let's just keep on sleep. So, if this goes well for me, if enough people show up and really enjoy, or come through the line and actually want to make it clear that they are there to see me, then hopefully that will open up a lot of doors for me to go to a lot more conventions. Am I doing this right? If no one wants to come over and get a signature, I'm not trying to make this a pressure on anyone, but realistically, chances are not too many more people will bring me out. Don't feel like you need to be pressured to do that. Honestly, this is a cool opportunity. I'm just happy to go somewhere that I haven't been, or at least an area where I haven't had an opportunity to be at a convention. So it's all good. And I will, like I said, be doing panels and things. So you absolutely will see me several times without having to come pay to hang out or anything like that. Now, what I will say, from what I hear from Michael and Lindsay, kind of the benefit of these things, though, is it's unlike RTX, where when you come for a signing or something like that, you're going to end up standing in line with a lot of people, which is fair because, it's a convention all entirely focused on us, and we want to see as many of you as we can, and unfortunately, there's a lot of you at our convention. So we have to see as many of you as we can. We have to kind of keep it moving and keep the line constantly, moving along. At something like this, the percentage of people that know who the heck I am is going to be much smaller. Thank you, Claudius. So the line's not going to be near as crazy. And if you come over to the autograph booth and you feel like just hanging out and talking for a bit, I'll probably have enough time to do that. Probably actually have a conversation, and not be as rushed. So, there are benefits. All right. Did I finish building this properly? This looks right. This goes here. Thank you, Claudius. Thank you. Haunted would say come to a con in Ohio, but I swear nothing happens here except anime cons. Plus, whoever want to come to Ohio. I'll go anywhere. I'd love to go anywhere. And anywhere that you've seen like Michael or Lindsay go, or the Ruby girls go, there's a chance that I could go. So, could happen. Thanks, Shelps. Just offhand, how many times have you said, "Oh, bless your heart"? Worked with a lot of people on BAM, was taught me that. Me, not too often. I'm from Georgia, and I guess maybe "Oh, bless your heart" just doesn't come up as much. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I even heard that all that much as a kid. All right, there's part one of the base. I feel like I'm going to build the other side of that now. Yup. Anyway, so that's kind of how the business of con guests work. I will be the cheapest one there. So that was kind of one of my stipulations is if I'm going to have this be something where people will be asked to pay money, then it better be as little as possible. But yeah, so that's basically how convention business works. Now, the people that are like real famous, the real famous people, like I think if cheapo confirmed, yeah, pretty much bring a sweater. I think what's his face, Spider-Man, Tom Holland. It's like $500 to meet him or something. I mean, the like legit celebs. Whenever you see them at a convention, they're making bank. They can make like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Which is crazy. It's almost like they're famous and their time is worth more than ours. I don't remember doing that before. This part is different. Maybe it's a different, just because it's the other side, though. This is definitely not going to get done in one night if I don't pay more attention to what I'm doing. But, whatever. If it turns into a 2-night thing, it turns into a 2-night thing. Thank you, Voltaic. Thank you, Vis. Just wondering, since the convention did approach you and invite you to the event, doesn't mean they acknowledge that there is a demand for you in the area. Yeah, in this case, I've heard that some of the people that, it's a convention that Lindsay had been to previously, and so they'd had some exposure and awareness of our company, and I'm a harder fit for a lot of these conventions because several of the conventions that are more focused on anime and things like that, and voice actors or actors, they're Jay Strickland. I feel like I missed that one at some point. I missed some other ones. Thank you, Chibi. Got tickets for the con. Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you, Robot Dev. Thank you, River Tam Song. Thank you, J Ball. Thank you, Annoying. Are you scared of awkward situations like someone asking for downloadable RAM or something? No. People are usually really great, honestly. Our fan base typically doesn't. It's one thing, even if you're in a panel and people are like in that atmosphere where they feel like they can get that group like a group joke still in the air thing, but one-on-one, usually people are really honestly very kind, very wonderful. They don't want to be awkward, and so they won't bust out stuff like that. They'll just be really chill. Thank you, ARJ. Or they'll be really excited or nervous and like shaking, and I always feel bad about that when I'm always just like trying to. It's okay. I'm just a nerd. Thank you, Baron. Thank you, first star. Hope to meet you at CamiCon. Make sure I'll be there all 3 days, by the way. So if you're at CamiCon at all, there should be ample opportunities to say hi. I've seen that question come up a few times. It's like, I'm there for the long haul, man. I'm not going anywhere until the convention's over. Thank you again, Mark One. That's by the way way behind for those of you that are just jumping in here. Okay. Oh, I didn't put that on the other side, and I should have. This goes here. I skipped a whole thing. Like a trapdoor. The problem with trying to read chat while building Lego is I'm not building Lego. I'm just reading chat. But hey, whatever. Hey, we're having fun. We're just having fun. Oh, good time. Did I do that right? No, I think I did that totally wrong on the other side. Still wrong on this side, too. What have I done? I have wandered off. Come loose. Okay. We'll look at that side in a second. Make this look like that. Yes, brain. Got it. Sorry. 1 second. I'll catch back up. I'm just a moment of focus for my poor, tired brain. It's had to adult all day long. We did some deceit today. We did some... let's see what else. We did some TTT. That's the wrong thing. That doesn't go there at all. Yeah, I'm a monster. That and that. Show me. There we go. It's the black pecks. Okay. Come on. Go in there. You got this. Nice. Nailed it. And then this whole doohickey goes there. Got it. Okay. Does that look like that? Success. And then where did I mess up on the other side? Okay. On the other side, I forgot to put this doohickey on right here. And then this bit right here. Okay. There we go. I fix. No problem. I fix. Almost done. We'll look at chat in just a moment. No, not on that side. On that side? Yep. Boy, I really just glanced over some of these instructions. Ah! Thank you, annoying. Annoying. Yeah, that's how that reads. Okay. There we go. Nice. Okay. Thank you, MJ. So is Tom Holland going to Comic-Con? Is that why you mentioned him? Not that I'm aware of, but maybe. Who knows? Thank you for a star. I hope I get to meet you there too. Dreamland's barbecue while in Birmingham. I've been to Birmingham before, but I've never been to Dreamland, so I'll give that a look. Thank you, Baron. Thank you, ARJ. Thank you, Grizzly. Congratulations on the job. That's awesome. Don't worry about it, man. That's great that you got a job at a liquor store. Hey, just don't get robbed. Thank you, Terai. Thank you, Violet. First only time I met you was last RTX. I barely said a word, and I looked at you. This was so scared. Fun, terrifying shout out the Madhouse meetup. I mean, I get, especially with like in that atmosphere, it's even more intense because there's so much going on and there's so much focus on us specifically. You're kind of like in the middle of the RT mecca at RTX. I feel like when you meet someone kind of outside that atmosphere, it's not as concentrated, so maybe it's not as intimidating to meet a new person. So, you know, should be fun. I'm really looking forward to going. Okay. Hey, you suck, ma. Which I think is as much of that as I need to say. Gotta be careful, you know. It can't be too kid-friendly or not too kid-friendly enough. Whatever that means. Thank you, Haunted. Ever do come to Ohio? Colossal Con is pretty good. It's at a... Ooh. Yelled bullied by a group of Ruby cosplayers. You're really selling it well. I honestly... Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of these I'll get invited to. Some of that will depend on how well this one goes. But I'm not really gonna say no to as many of them as I can fit in my schedule. So if I get an invite, you can just assume that I'll be there. Some of this may just be like, okay, you want me to be in your area, start harassing your local convention, or I don't know. I don't know that it all works off of annoyance. It seems like the world runs on annoyance sometime, but or Duncan, squeaky wheels and whatnot. Actually, it's not even about annoyance as much as it's just about like people expressing what they're interested in. And again, I'm problematic for a lot of those conventions because I'm an internet whack job and not a voice actor primarily. Um, my voice acting credits kind of give them an out. Be like, sure, we understand what you do, instead of like, all right, what is that? What is that thing you want us to bring? Okay. I'm looking at it from this side, and I insert from this angle. I think if I'm gonna ever bother to not be a lumpy dad bod guy, this would probably be the year to think about it. Maybe it's finally time for me to actually exercise some more. Uh, sounds like a lot of work, though, right? Not going to sleep, he said without doing anything. Thank you, RDJ. Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, Bambi. More from like a health concern, right? I'm not trying to pull a like Markiplier when he's like, and now suddenly I'm ripped. That's not going to happen. That's, to be clear. I have just really like fallen off the. I was running pretty consistently for a while there. And lately I've really kind of fallen off of it. A lot of that is, and what I've discovered is, it's so much easier to get active and do exercise if you can get a routine going. And it's hard to maintain a routine if your schedule changes a lot. And right now, that's kind of the way it is. My schedule bounces around kind of constantly. So it makes it much more difficult to really just like, okay, I'm going to commit. That's why I really missed that Robo Gym that used to be in my area, because I could go late at night. It was fine, and that worked. And because you don't know what I'm talking about, there was I call it the Robo Gym, but it was what's it called? Something fitness or something. But it was all like, you showed up and you had like a USB stick and you shoved it into the machine. It was like, all right, do this, idiot. It's like having a trainer, except not having to talk to people. And if you're like me, and it's weird. I'm about to say, it's awkward to talk to people, but it's awkward to talk to people in real life. And then I go to a convention or whatever, and like, that's no problem. Something just a switch like flips in my head at a convention, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we can be sociable. I feel like I save it up for those sort of things. I have a limited amount of sociability in my body, and I just like let it out in very targeted moments. I just can't have a conversation every day with someone I don't know. Just can't do it. It's like performance mode, but the weird thing is, I mean, a lot of what we do, obviously, at work is performance, but it's the character. I mean, coming from a theater background, like, the character used to be a character. Now the character is me. Like, I'm just being me. Maybe like a sillier version of me, or like a dialed up version of me, but I'm not acting like someone else. Okay, let's see. What have I done here? Another dot goes there. One of those weird things about having a job based off of your own personality. So I mean, the amped up version of me is what comes out more at conventions, but otherwise I would just be like, "Oh hi, yeah, nice to meet you, cool." Um, I'm very socially awkward. I have no idea what to talk about. So if you do come say hi to me at a convention, I'm very happy to talk to you. If you don't have anything in particular to say, I may also just not have anything to say and just be kind of like awkwardly standing there going like, "Cool." But hey, I did nothing. Just hit me with whatever you got. Whatever's on your mind. Just come right at it. Thank you, HFX Runner. We're gonna eat better during the holiday season, which is like the worst times. It is the worst time. You're right, HFX. Oh, Andrea, anyone good with college algebra? What do you got, Andrea? Hit us with it. Thank you, Liesel. Thank you, Liesel. How gratifying is it to any and all childhood awkwardness and insecurity of the character that people are clamoring for and delighted to interact with just you? I mean, I've always been like a smartass, so I didn't have to develop meanness. I'm just the I am the me that you see on in content. But I never. It's one thing to be just like. I'm good at being a smartass to a room. It's much harder to talk to one person. I don't know. As I've said before, like I was kind of raised in a theater environment when I was very young. So the idea of performing or talking to a lot of people didn't bother me so much as just being able to connect with one person. Thank you, Mac. Let's see. Convert to vertex. 2x squared minus 4x plus 4. So vertex would be like this times this, right? If I remember correctly. Been a while. So it'd be like x minus 2 times x plus 2, right? Because otherwise no, wait, it's a plus at the end. So it'd be minus minus. Because it'd be x minus 2, x minus 2. Because if you're multiplying negative by negative, you get a positive at the end, and then you get the answer is Jesus. Not vertex form. Wait, huh? That's the intercepts. Look, you're gonna the terminology. You may have to remind me of. Okay, so Master Slayer says it's x minus 2 squared, which is actually what I was saying. I just was doing it in long form. Converting quadratic to vertex form. Well, hey, explain to us what vertex form is, Ballistic Paradox. Ax minus h squared plus k. The answer is burn the homework. I don't think that helps, but I have a vertex in there. Y equals ax minus h 2 plus k. Okay, but that doesn't really explain what that is. Not to put you on the spot. There's a lot of things that people are. It's very easy to know and much harder to describe. So I'm not calling you out on that or anything. Just to be clear. But what is vertex form? Back in math. Don't worry. Trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, that's all right. Vertex form is going to be where the min max is at. I mean, that sounds like you're talking about limits, which is more of a calculus thing. I have made a thing. See? A thing. It's like a doohickey, but thingier. And it goes here. Well, one is almost done. That looks like Kylo. Do we want angsty Kylo or angry Kylo? We'll go with angry Kylo. Bet he's got a cape in there. This other guy doesn't even get a head. Where's your head, bro? Ah. Got it. The patch is where Eli accidentally scratched me. I'm trying to quit Diet Coke with the Diet Coke patch. It's not working. Are we done with math? Well, to be fair, I've wandered off mentally a bit. Back to Lego. Turn on the fan. It's all warm in here, even though it's winter. But hey, you know, winter in Texas just means that it's 72 degrees. Thank you, Nerdy Lindsay. Yes, I will be in an episode of Chomp. And thank you, NutP Gaming. I think I'll be in one in like a week or two. Looking forward to it. For those of you that have seen the episode of One Night Werewolves that just came out recently, my line game has been pretty on point lately. Chump is the new show that Jeremy come on, just made. That's as far as I understand it. Now I haven't played it yet, and I haven't been on it. But I hear that it is very lie-based, lie-centric. And everyone that's been on it so far, because there was a lot of test episodes that were done before the actual episode that finally got filmed, has had a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Did anyone watch the episode that just aired? Was it yesterday? I've not heard of KiwiCo, some guy. How far are you into Pokemon? I'm as far as I have streamed. I didn't... Here's the thing that I did that was real dumb. So I streamed to that point, and then I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Like, I streamed to this point. Maybe I shouldn't play any further because we're at a cliffhanger. Not that anyone cares if I play Pokemon. But, you know. Crap. Hey, Mac. McKinley. Happy birthday. You are way younger than me. Enjoy it. Ravenpuff games care. Oh, okay. Some of you do care so. Okay, a lot of you care so much. Well, I mean, hey, I can do more. I don't feel like it would take that long to get through the game. That being said, it took me all of that stream to get one more badge, so I also clearly don't know what I'm talking about. How do these... Oh, these are the launchers. I didn't do that right at all. This goes over here. These are for the shooty shoot. The kids had a whole negotiation around this thing where I was like, all right, after I build it, you guys are welcome to have it, play with it, whatever you want to do. Because, you know, I'd rather you play with it than it just sit here existing for no reason. Which is what I did with Voltron. But to be fair, they don't know who Voltron is. And I appreciate that 5 mini lions joined together to become 1 Ultra Lion. So, you know, I've got that going for me. But this, they know who Kylo Ren is. They know who all the Star Wars characters are, though they refuse to watch the movies. They do, however, play the Lego games, so well versed in all of the characters. And the we got them an advent calendar, a Lego advent calendar. So every day, for those of you who don't know what the advent calendar is, it's like a calendar where every day you open one little box as you approach Christmas, and it's got like a candy or something like that. And this one has Lego in it, tiny little Lego figs, and they have been alternating between who gets to build each one. But the deal that they struck now is that Eli gets primary ownership over this thing, and Livy gets to take over control of the Advent stuff. I did. Oh, that doesn't go there. I'm dumb. In the parts list, it had one of these little flat bits right there. You can't really see. And I just, for some reason, decided it meant to put it on top of the other thing. It doesn't. It goes here. This goes in there. Riddle me this. How? Ah, there. I was just looking at the wrong spot. Pilot seat. So not one I would choose to sit in. And I guess I put one of these in. Did I forget that at some point? Okay, whatever. There you go. Oh, it gets a headrest. Nice. The pilot gets all the cushy stuff. Okay. Wonder how many pieces I didn't put on here that are supposed to be on here. Well, let's see. We've got all of these pieces that aren't on there. Ah, well, here's some that definitely should have been on there. There we go. That looks slightly better. Good, good, yes. Definitely. This is a lightsaber. That should just go into this. Here you go, Kylo Ren. Oh, is that where that goes? Maybe I should actually look at how to build this, guys. Thank you, Ninja, looking good. Thank you, Lois. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you, Fluffy Jelly Roll. Thank you, Drew Vakin. Loved your portion of the Age musical. Thanks for the chill streams. They're a big help everyone. Oh, glad you can come relax with us. Okay, that one's just regular. He gets a gun. I've got an extra lightsaber hilt, so maybe someone else is about to ascend to Sith. Speaking of which, boy, did we do an awesome Gmod. That may or may not be related to what I just said. There's a tease. There's all kinds of awesome mods in Gmod, by the way. I'm sure you're all aware of that, but man, there's some cool stuff you can mod into that game. Now, we can give him a lightsaber, but can we give him years of angst? I feel like that doesn't come through. Does this other guy get a cape too? Because I got an extra cape here. Nope, he's capeless. He just gets a gun. I hope he can compensate for his lack of cape with his extra gun. Alright, well, I'll assume that I built all of that 100% correctly. And we'll just move on to part 2. Well, okay, so I see another thing that was slightly wrong. Hey, come off there. Come on. Come on. You don't belong here. Macarena. There. Okay, but aside from that, oh, Where did I miss like a whole step somewhere? It must have been before it flipped over. Yeah, right there. That. And this goes in here. See, you get distracted in this game. That's what happens. That looks rightish. Sometimes things that are perspective don't necessarily seem to make sense, though. Okay. We're down to just a few pieces. That one seems like it should be noticeable. What with its burnt ochre color. But, there it is. Ah, I found you. I don't know when you went there. There we go. Okay. Seriously, when did that go there? How am I this bad at Lego? 38, about to be 39 years old. Where did that come on? Where? That thing doesn't even exist at this point. You attach that. Should look at the parts required for each step, and then I would know when I missed one. It's there already, but it never got added. Where? I feel like I'm a Sith already. Where? Show me. Show me the Jedi. Was it all the way at the beginning? Yeah, it was. Right there. Sneaky little ochre piece. Do it. Do it. Crazy man yells at Legos. Correct. Alright, ready for some more crinkle paper? Well, this definitely goes somewhere, right? And this... Dang it. Okay. There's one of them. Good, good. But that... I'm pretty sure they didn't just include an extra one of this. Oh, it goes right here. Maybe? Certainly looks like it. Boy, I got distracted early in this process and did not do several things correct right out of the gate. I guess. Let me go rooting around back in here trying to figure out where it went wrong. Ah, there it is. Okay. Got a weird, like, escape hatch on the bottom here. Every day I worry all day. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Okay. I'm willing to believe that these tiny bits are just leftovers. And we can move on. Alright. Package number 2. Seven, 2. Thank you, O2 Supply. Thank you, Ninja looking good. Okay. Bits and bobs. This time, I'm going to read all the... I'm going to pick the parts apart. I'm going to make sure I get the right ones. It's a 6. That. 4 of these. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. There we go. There's fling it on the floor for me to deal with later. Remember when I said that's just my life is cleaning? I too contribute to this problem. Thank you, JT Baston. But at the moment, I don't really have an option. Let's fling it or gunk up the stream with me dealing with household chores. Jack's a sorter when he does Lego. He likes to get all the pieces and like sort them out. And I'm just like a hunter and pecker, which is probably why I'm such a bad typist too. Let's spread them out a little bit so I can at least see them though. Ha ha ha, pecker. Yeah. I didn't even look up. I just assumed that that's a joke there. Thank you, the sailor. Goes there. Wait a minute. You only say one of these, but you show two of them being there. Well, because this part happens over here. I missed a whole page. My inability to read continues. The chicken duck something thingy waiting for us. Every day I worry all day. Something waiting in the bushes of love. Something waiting in the bushes for us. Song is stuck in my head all day. Okay, that goes there. So where does this one go then? It goes up front. There you are. And then these go here. Now we're moving. Oops, come back. Making some progress. Now we're burning through some Legos. I was going to say some legs, but then realized that legs are things that one doesn't typically burn through. Thank you, it's a Galindo. Burn between. Burn after reading. One of these pieces has something special on its front. Unless they're stickers. No, it looks like it's pre-stuck. Kind of a grayish color. If you see it, shout. Dumb joke. There it is. Alright. Thank you, Lois. The Lego theme week for me. I've been playing Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Only had like 2 months to complete on main levels. Watched the Lego Batman movie. Now you're streaming with Lego. Not like complaining. Hey, Lego's a pretty good way to spend a day. How I decided to spend this day. Just relaxing and Legoing. Hanging with my internet folks. Shooting the stuff, you know? Doing the thing. Feeling the vibe. Doing the flow. Being a dork. Pretty much what I do. My wheelhouse. And this is definitely going to get linked up, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Go out. Oh, a piston. Ooh, a springy piston. Got some good spring to it. I'm excited to see what we do with that. Little mechanical dealies. I like mechanical dealies and bips and bobs and things and doohickeys. Oh, we had another TTT that went up today. Not the one that I was talking about with the things, but is the Ruby themed one. I felt so bad in that one because Lindsay and I were just having a time, man. There was an unintentional rivalry that was existing between Lindsay and I felt so bad several times. It's a good video, though. It's a good video. Hard to go wrong with TTT. As you may have seen, I tweeted out a picture of Lindsay just mad dogging me, and it's from that TTT. Or I retweeted a picture someone posted of Lindsay just giving me a stare down. A well-deserved stare down. $30 into that, and I was like, nope, I'm out. Into which one? Okay, that looks correct. And we got these thingies. These look like some of what RT Core was peddling when they rolled into the office today. You'll see later. Latest TTT. Oh, why'd you nope out of that one? It was a good one. I don't think there were any spoilers for anything in it. Come on, get in there. Ow. Everything hurts me today. It must be because I'm so old. I'm an ancient man. Those young boys cosplay an old guys, and I'm already an old guy. Okay, you're only as old as you feel. So I feel like 1,000. Just teasing. How was that supposed to fit in there? Okay, easily. Got it. This is very elaborate and asymmetrical, and I'm excited to see what it does. Oops. And I've messed it up. Come back out. Thank you, Gear King. Yo, buddy. Thank you, Rocket Flaps. Stop being old. Alright, I don't know if there's a pill for that yet, but someday. That'll be really weird when society figures out a way to stop being old, right? I mean, science fiction has dreamed up a bunch of different ways where it could be possible, like body replacement, mind transference, and I'm the first one to sign up for, like, digitize my brain, go for it. Like, I'll be dead. I have no illusions that the me that's thinking that thought will persist. They chop your, if they take your brain and turn it into a computer simulation, the you that's thinking this is not going to be thinking it. Now, that you that comes to life in the computer will think that it's thinking that it's you, but it's not going to be you. You're going to be dead. It's a shame, because it owes you its life. Thank you, J.O. Draco. Thank you, Haunted. Imagine this for a race at show, a blind Lego race. Interesting. I'll bring it up to them. Anytime, well, yeah, he's like Star Trek, exactly. Star Trek, they're just killing people. Killing them. Just straight up murdering folks and telling them that they're somewhere else. Okay, one of these. Ah, I see. One of these. I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I'm Groot. There's no crisis here. I mean, we don't have transporters, so, you're not in any actual danger of being teleported and having your body ripped apart at a molecular level and then transported as data. and then reassembled, thus killing the original you, but creating a copy of you that thinks that it's you, but isn't. A real weird ethical dilemma that they built into that show. Well, I think what they are, their assertion is that the way it works, and it's, to be fair, very loosely explained, is that they shoot the matter over there, so it's still you that they just put back together, but it ain't. Thank you, Mega. Why is no one like this conversation? There are no teleporters. This isn't happening to you. Can't happen. That technology doesn't yet exist. And when it exists, people are going to have that conversation and be like, so you want to kill me, if I'm reading this correctly. If I can piece this together, you want to slay me and create a clone who will think it's me forever. And the truth is yes. But again, technology doesn't exist. Elon Musk is distracted. You know, he's got a lot going on right now. He's not inventing teleporters. Someday, maybe. Right now, no. Correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I'm aware, at the moment, the closest we've come to teleportation is we took the spin of an electron around one atom and commuted its properties to the spin of an electron on a different atom across the room. That's as close as we've gotten. And you're made up of a lot of atoms. So there's a little bit of a ways to go before it's a problem for you. Halfway there. So close. So close. Science stuff is awesome. Actually, Dimitri sent me some really cool books, science-related topic, that just explain how things work. Sorry. Thing Explainer, complicated stuff in simple words, and What If? Serious scientific answers to absurd hypothetical questions. I have not read them yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, Dimitri, who is not present, I don't believe, but I still really appreciate it. Oh, I messed this up. I forgot to put little yellow doohickeys on there. Why is there hot sauce on the shelf? Well, that's from the last time I did a charity stream. My daughter still asks about that from time to time. That's your sauce from when you hurt yourself. For the stream people. It doesn't seem to bother her that that's what I did. Also, they didn't taste good. But it's not like I would knock back anything that was ghost pepper level. It's just regular hot, over-the-counter hot sauce, so it sucked, but it was, you know, it didn't kill me. Now we hook up the piston. Excited to see how this works. What color is yellow? It's a very jealous color of yellow. Thank you, Lady Rare Tatum. Drop and say happy birthday. Oh, thank you. Hope you're having a great weekend too. Week. Sorry, not weekend yet. We're getting there though. This is really cool gear shift looking thing, and I'm excited to find out what it does. I feel like I'm building a car, which would be cool, and definitely not something I'd ever be capable of. One of those things whenever we're pitching, how far in am I pushing this? Ideas for like cool stuff to do. One of those things I would always love to do is like Achievement Hunter builds a car. Achievement Hunter builds a house. You know, just like go nuts with it. Make something. I feel like I wasn't supposed to push it in that far. And it's gonna be mad at me. Irretrievably. Alright, I'm gonna have to go in with the teeth again. Alright, well. I've looked at my summer car. I know Funhouse has been playing it. How far in does this go? It doesn't really give me a... Like, it goes into that slot, but how far? How deeply do I penetrate? I know that sounds dirty, but, like, I really need to know. Oh, thank you, lady. Let's go, lady. Okay. Goes there. Okay. Done that right? That looks right. We're building something here. I don't know what, but it's gonna have some kind of doohickey. Okay. Then this goes in there. Well, how am I supposed to get that in there? That thing that... There it is. Oh, I just push it through. Okay. Thank you, Lois. How do we all become Time Lords? I mean, that'd be cool. I'd take a TARDIS. Also acceptable. I'm trying to think, like, what would be a version of teleportation that didn't involve killing the host? Maybe like a wormhole? Like a really localized wormhole? I mean, if you could get over the fact that you'd probably be compressed into a tiny, tiny little ball of matter, then that would probably be pretty cool. It'd be hard to get over that, what with being compressed into a tiny, tiny little ball of matter. Like, Prestige had a really interesting take on teleportation. Sorta. Okay. Yes, I've made that. Turn it around. And put it there. Okay. This one goes all the way in. No, not possible. Oh, I put it in backwards. Well, nuts, because that's really in there. Oh, whew. Come out. There we go. Got it. Okay. Okay. I knew these would come into play in their assembled form, which is a dumb thing to say because obviously. I literally just made like a noise as I was doing it. Yeah. Super cool. Freddy Cool over here, guys. Freddy Cool. Super Freddy Cool. What does that mean? I don't know. Do you know? God, I'm a nerd. Such a dork. I'm okay with it, though. I'm actually really... See a lot of non-dorks around, and they don't seem that happy most of the time. I'm kind of good with it. Right? All those, normals out there walking around, living their normal life, not living like 30% in a fantasy world. I say 30, I mean, it's probably more like 40. I think dark's the way to go all around. Ah! Okay. And then we put a little gray bit on top of this. Something just shot across the room. I don't know what. This still appears to be intact, so I'm just going to assume that nothing important happened. Thank you, Rose Crimson. My life motto, never be normal, always be weird. That's a pretty good one. Thanks, Sparrow. Honestly, that's basically Austin's motto as well. Austin, Texas. Keep Austin weird. Okay. This goes here. Somehow. Oh, okay. How they make a kind of like a diagonal bit. Cool. Actually worked out really well. It's as if these Lego builder guys really figured something out here. They were onto something. Now, if we could just have them build, like, bridges and stuff. Maybe roads. Especially near my house. Oof. Awful. Awful traffic. I hope I never find out what it was that shot across the room. And by hope I never find out, I mean I hope I never need to know what it was. Ruh-roh Scoob. Nope, there's a piece. Okay. There we go. Now we got another. Little base of this thing. Rookity. Someone catching Pokemans in here? Identify as a Nork? What's a Nork, some guy? Ah, thank you, Crystalline. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We got about 55 minutes left to go before it is actually my East Coast, which I'm going to just go ahead and call my real birthday. My East Coast birthday. I don't have cake or anything to commemorate it. I'll just be older. In 55 minutes, I'll be older. Hooray. Take that, Entropy! I've staved you off for another weird. I left my ability to speak somewhere in the 90s, but... Oh, that's awesome, Violet. Congratulations. Name it Dose! Yeah! I've been a real inspiration to generations of Pokemon trainers. Give them all kind of insight in what to name their Pokemans. I wonder if I put that in the right place. Nope. To be fair, it is a very weird place to put it. It kind of hang over like this. Yeah. I need to watch more Letterkenny. I admit, I fell off a little bit on that show when it took a detour to spend a lot more time hanging out with the hockey guys. We're not bad characters. It's just, you get attached to a certain group and it's like, oh, I want to hear more about the hockey guys. Hear more about what's going on with Wayne. I have been watching the new season of Rick and Morty and The Mandalorian, both of which solid. It's weird, like Rick and Morty kind of sneaks up on you. It's kind of like you have to watch. I have to digest the episode and then watch it again to really decide if I like it or not, which is odd with media, right? I'm not one of those people that's like it's so highbrow you just don't understand Rick and Morty. No, it's not that at all. It's just there's a lot packed into those episodes, and you kind of have to just take a minute and let it sort of settle, and then reapproach it with a new angle. Let's see. Worst part of having something ping off the wall, maybe, is that now every time I don't see something, I immediately think, well, that was the thing. That was it. Whatever it was. Ooh. Elon Tusk was indeed voiced by Elon Musk. I thought that was funny when I saw that as well. And the heist episode, I think, is maybe my least favorite of the new bunch so far. I don't know what the release schedule is, so I just been watching them on Prime, so I have no idea when to expect another one. I feel like we're probably up against one of the major world building episodes pretty soon. Like Morty's killing Morty's kind of thing. You know? I want fruit gummy. Alright. Go find them, Violet. Wait, or is that a Pokemon? I don't know anymore. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it. Oh, I guess we announced the dates and prices and everything for the West Coast tour next year, right? For Achievement Hunter Live. Hopefully, I'll get to see some of you there too. I'm going East Coast for Kamicon, and then going West Coast for the tour, and then what Pokemon should I don't know what all of them are in this version, Violet. I actually don't even know what shinies are available. Is shiny the same options always as like the regular? Is there a shiny one of every Pokemon? Surely not. Wouldn't that make it like so much more? Nomfang, I'm absolutely hoping that this convention thing pays off to the extent that I will be able to go to Australia conventions as well, and UK conventions. Hopefully, I mean Lindsay and the Ruby girls have all been to several of them, like MCM Comic Con and things like that in Australia and in the UK. And I really, really hope that Birmingham, Alabama is the first step to the world. That this will go really well, and I'll get invited lots of places, and it'll be super cool. And then maybe, just maybe, someday DragonCon will remember that it loves me, and that I'm a Georgia boy, and that, you know, we got to support local Georgia boys, and bring me. Art you, DragonCon. Sparhawk, East Coast, for the tour, not this year that I'm aware of. I mean, I guess if this one does incredibly well, we could always maybe pivot and do another one, but I suspect that if this does really well, then maybe we'll do an East Coast one in 2021. All right. Chunk from 2 is done. Again, leftover pieces, but you expect that. That's normal. Nothing to freak out about. We're obsessively flip through all the pages again, hoping to find out what happened. But I'll be East Coast. Sorry, crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle alert. I'll be East Coast for Kamicon. I'll be not exactly on the coast. Gulf Coast, really, sort of. Not really. In North Alabama. Ooh. Wheels. We got some more bad guys here. Ooh, this one looks real dark and Sithy. What's up with you, Senor Angry Face? This looks like my mask from GTA. Thank you, Valhalla. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's a head with no face. Oh. Guess you don't need a face if you just got a cool enough helmet, huh? This guy's even got a hood. He's like a ring wraith. Alright. You are the one. This one is this one. Okay. Are your legs the same? No. I'm pretty sure I got this right, but if I didn't, my son won't notice. Hooray for me. Here's where the other cape comes into play. I'm sure they will just take off, but whatever. Right, where's your hood? There it is. What an ominous looking Lego. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da. And here's my friend. He's also real bad. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, let's just make him an axe real quick because, you know, Lego is a really peaceful thing. It's fine to let your kids play with it. Nothing bad ever happens in Lego world. It's just a straight up axe. Well, Zilby, hopefully maybe I can get to a convention somewhere near wherever you are. That's honestly my hope for this whole convention thing, is just that I will be able to get out and meet a whole bunch of folks that I haven't gotten a chance to meet before because of, you know, hard to get to Austin, Texas. I totally understand that. This guy's got some kind of... I hope this isn't a spoiler of some kind. Maybe this is one of the Knights of Ren? I don't know who this guy is with his giant axe. Or who this guy is. It's got to be a Knight of Ren. That looks sort of right. I'd love to... I've never been to Canada. I'd definitely love to go to Canada. So many places I would love to be. And hope that I will get the opportunity to go to. Okay. Speed load. Ooh, reflection, can't see. Flip it over. Speed Lego seems like it would take some of the fun out of it, right? I mean, still fun, still Lego, but kind of putting yourself under the gun, making it less about the Lego and more about the journey, man. Gotta be a Lego purist. Just sit back and just enjoy the Lego, man. Just let the Lego flow through you. It's like the Force. There's a light, the dark, in between them, Lego. Yes, let the hate flow through you. Yeah, hit them up, Allison. I'd love to go to Philadelphia Comic Con. I'd love to go to everything. Everything. I just want to get around, travel, see stuff, meet more of you folks. Because I feel like everything we can do to kind of spread positivity about our, about Rooster Teeth and about folks that I work with, get out there and remind people. It's like, it seems like it's gotten kind of easy to be really cynical, and a lot of times it feels like the subreddit's gotten very negative. Like, it is every day they've another thing that we did wrong here or there. And some of that is definitely on us because we're just kind of cynical assholes. That's sort of what we are for comedic purposes. And to correct that, what we have to do is spend more energy trying to bring more of the positive reinforcement, I think, to our community. If we only engage with folks when it's like, no, what you just said was false and you're a jerk, then that's the kind of thing that we're going to hear more of, is people that are going to say negative things and use that as a springboard for attention. Cool. If we instead spend more time talking about, how awesome you guys are, and talk about moments when you guys said something that was really useful, really cool, or that we appreciated. If we talk about all the positive aspects of the community, I feel like that'll help reinforce that sort of thinking as well. Then less people will be focused on, like, what's the new negative thing all the time? What's the new thing that we can say to, like, cut something down instead of trying to build something up? I mean, we can't make huge changes overnight. It's just not how the world works. But if we can start making changes in how we perceive our relationship with you guys when it comes to interacting online, then hopefully that will be reciprocated and less people will just be out for blood all the time, which I know isn't, you folks that are here definitely don't feel that way because you're not those folks. But on our end of it, what we see typically is you open up the subreddit and every day it's like, all right, what's going to be the negative post today? Like, what did we do wrong that makes us horrible people, and now we hate everybody and we don't care about the fans? And there's some of that pretty much every day, where it's a new thing where we let everybody down and we're not good, and and we don't like it being that way. We don't like having it be a situation where we're always having to defend ourselves. And there's lots of you guys that are out there doing it for us. Like, we'll correct folks when they see something that's like, well, that's just completely false or wrong or, deceptive or misinformed. Which we do appreciate, because when we have to do it, then it's worse. Then it feels like we're just combating the audience instead of celebrating the audience, which is what we really do. I mean, honestly, that's how we feel, is you guys are awesome and we really appreciate you. And I feel like sometimes that doesn't necessarily always translate. It doesn't come across how much we care about you guys and what you think and what you want. and how much we want to do things that you enjoy, because we absolutely do value you. Um, and when we have to do things like, going back to the having to shut down the Australia store, we're upset about that too. Like we want you guys, any folks over in Australia, to have easier access to our merch. That would be great. We would love it if that was the case. This one goes in now. Looks like it. It just happens to be now the current climate. Business being how business is, we had to do it. And Violet, don't have to fight anyone. That's kind of what I'm hoping we can change. Is we make it not about the fighting. We gotta change how people perceive things. We gotta remind you guys how much we do care, and how much what you say matters to us. I feel like I'm setting this thing where, nah, baby, y'all do matter. We're building Kylo Ren shuttle. Daily. By the way. It's a weird thing we have to keep a balance on, because we are, by nature, our content is that. We're combative, we're, sometimes silly, we just have our fighting, our infighting is where a lot of our comedy comes from, but it's because we all have a rapport and a relationship, and we all like each other, and we're, friends, and so that kind of fighting isn't actually negative, even if it seems like it's negative. All right, so this goes up here. Oh boy. But from the outside, it could easily look like it is negative. This goes in here. That doesn't seem like that goes in there. Oh, okay. The stem has to be on there. There we go. So, as much as we project negativity when it comes to some of the content we make, I'm hoping we can do a better job of communicating that negativity isn't how we feel about our interactions with you guys. Okay, wait a minute. This goes to the wheel. That way. And when things happen that aren't great, we're just as distraught as you guys by it, and really don't want things to happen. And, we need you guys' support to be able to get through it, just like you want us to change things. All right, this goes in here. This goes in there. This goes in here. Interesting. Interesting. This one actually does something. This one's just a show pony. Got it. Yeah, a lot of times everybody's got an opinion of the expectation of uncompromising positivity is killing modern social interactions. I think it's the other way around in Westrel. I would say that it's the lack of a minimum basis of humanity and positivity that is causing problems in our discourse. When we can't have political discussions with each other because saying anything political leads to anger and an inability to have a conversation that doesn't start and end with insults, then something is very, very wrong with how our system's functioning. Any system's functioning. You can't have a conversation about it, then it's broken. It's interesting. It's all asymmetrical. Okay. We got some leftover bits there. Again, probably not important ones. Cool. Time to make a wing. I just come here because I feel like I'm going to be taught something that's something hard to find on the internet. Well, thanks, Rick. Thank you, Sega Minx. Yeah, we do need to stop having a culture of enemies instead of disagreeers. Not everyone who thinks different than you is trying to cause you. Well, what? Are there 2 4s? How is this possible that this is a... no, that's 7. This 4 leads to this, but none of these pieces are in 4. Look at this. Like, make a wing with this. Alright. Don't you lie to me. Thank you, Vaderkin. Thank you, Spades Hero. Just like customer service job, I'm a cook. If I get a 99 out of 100 good compliments and one guy's pissed off, you're reminded that one screw up, not 9. Yeah. And thank you, Cheesy Pumpkin and Edges Pigeon. You're absolutely correct. That's how it feels for us as well. It's, I mean, that's any customer. If you're trying to make 100 out of 100 people happy, you can't do it. How did I miss a section here? How did we get to this wing that is not buildable by this piece? There's no way that these pieces are in there. None of these are in 4. No, I flatly refuse to believe that this is correct. There's an error in the instructions. Something is wrong. Eli doesn't need more screen time. He shouldn't be awake. Okay. I know Lego's rarely wrong, but... Alright, let's open it up. Just believe in the wing, it will become a wing. Oh, yep, 30 minutes until I'm older. I don't actually know what time I was born, so it may not really be 30 minutes, but we're just going to go with that. Yep. Okay. So it says to start with that. Could be that, but that looks gray, not black. Because the pieces that go under it are black, like these. I have those. I mean, it's a black wing and a black ship, so I would maybe believe that it could be just that's gray only in the sense that it's differentiating it from the other thing, but it's definitely not. There's this red bit that's not there. Was there another 4? Thank you, Dead Nerdy Witch. Oh, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Alright. 4. There it is. If I would just look harder and read. So it's my credit. I was right. There's no way that little 4 bag... Yeah, it definitely has 4 on it. So I guess 4 is just in 2 bags. Okay. I was looking with my special eyes. There were 2 bag 4s. So many 4 bags. Okay. Spread them out a little bit. I don't have any work area here because I dumped them all right in the middle. Okay. one sticking out. That's if I don't finish this before I turn 39, I'll have accomplished nothing. But maybe a few things. One or two things. One, maybe two things. Maybe three things. You know what? I'll give me a baker's dozen. I'm not a baker, though, so I don't know if that actually works. Okay, 2 square bits. And then a round bit. And then this bit. Got it. Okay. Oh. That was a sneaky one. Thank you, Pandorilli. Pandorilli. Like something from World of Warcraft. The Pandorilli are crossing the northern moat reaches of something or other. Lorder place. Definitely Lorder place. And went through so long with nothing new to read, and then, well, when I say read, I mean audiobook. Because reading is for people who don't drive an hour each way to work. All of a sudden, there's like 3 books out. Because I was in the middle of doing the Witcher series. Which is... You need some kind of book. It is a book. You know? You can't say it's not. Is it great literature? No. Maybe it's going somewhere. Still working on that. But you know, hey, it's something. If you got nothing else going on literarily, go for it. It's an interesting world at the very least. But then Brandon Sanderson released a new book recently. In his Skyward series, the first Skyward novel was pretty decent. It's not really, I'd say, as good as some of his previous works, but it's still absolutely a decent book to read. Much more decent than Witcher. I like Brandon Sanderson overall. Like, Mistborn series was really good. He's bouncing around a little bit doing that, and then also the Path of Radiance or whatever that series is called. But I liked the characters in the first Skyward series or book. So it's a little bit more youth oriented, I think, than some of his other novels. But yes, that way. Nope. I did it. Goes there, and then that goes there. Yes. Has anybody else Stormlight Archive? Thank you. I think Path of Radiance was one of the books in the Stormlight Archive. Anyone else read Skyward? Steelheart's pretty good, but it's even more trended towards the youth audience. But it is, again, still a good series. Like, Sanderson rarely turns... I don't think I've read anything of Sanderson's that I didn't enjoy. Oh, the other side got a different color thing? It does. Okay, it's got one of these. Whew, good. Also ignored something that I was supposed to do here. This is where I get in trouble, when I just don't do the thing that it tells me to do. It's weird how LEGO requires you to do all the steps. Thank you, Anna. Max didn't deal with Tyler's refusal to sleep tonight. Oh, I know how that goes. Oh, thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. It's weird being an influence in people's lives. as if I, loosely classify myself if I'm thinking about like what is my job, which by the way I had to explain to a bunch of people the other night who were all in the vet business. Um, so that was an experience. Like, well, I make gaming type content videos on YouTube. Is about as close as I got. And then I kept trying to kind of refine that, and they just weren't. Again, it's a different kind of dork. Sometimes they're dorks of different varieties, and they don't always cross. That's okay, though. Dorks respect other dorks, even if they're of a different variety. Dorks together strong. I try not to make it sound like porn. I'm not 100% sure that I succeeded. You never know with this job. I feel like it's one of those things where if you go out of your way to specify, I make internet video, but it's definitely not porn, then you've already sort of lost that battle. Like I make stuff that's on the internet, and clothes are mostly on, except for when I'm in something like right. Sorry, reminding me that the elf needs to move. We do the elf on the shelf. We had a couple oopsies there where the first night that the elf on the shelf was supposed to come out, I couldn't sleep that night at all. Like, I was awake and wired, and no matter what I did, I couldn't go to sleep. So I was just got up eventually. One of those times when you just realize the futility of what you're doing, and you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna go play a video game or something. So I did that, and we'd forgotten to do the elf. And then the justification for the elf not coming was that Daddy was awake all night, and so because he was awake all night, the elf couldn't come because there's someone around in the house. And then I think it was 2 nights ago, I forgot to move the elf because the elf on the shelf, for those of you that have not experienced this phenomenon because it wasn't around when I was a kid, is basically it's Santa's little elf that comes to. It's a spy, really. It's a spy mission. It's there watching you. It's creepy. He's there to watch the kids unblinkingly and report to Santa every night. And the kids know that he did that because he disappears and reappears in a different location in the house. But that's the only way that they know that he did it. Well, I messed it up because I forgot to move him, and then the excuse that night was that Emma woke me up, which, again, this was funny because these are things that actually happened. Emma woke me up and needed to go outside at 3 o'clock, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, I had to get up and let Emma out in the middle of the night, and that probably made it so he couldn't leave. Yeah. We go so far out of our way to lie to our children. One of those things I was always kind of like iffy about. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to talk soon. Come on, throat, you can do it. Nope, you can't. Whoops. No, I gotta be able to talk on my birthday. Uh-oh. It's the Sith. It's coming for me. Thank you, White Rabbit. Oh. At 12 a.m. it'll also be my birthday. It makes. Oh, thank you so much, White Rabbit. Yeah, I'm Palpatine in a bit here. Or maybe it's Vader. I don't know. Let's see. Come on, voice. You can do it. Something's going wrong here. Oh, hi. There it is. I just need to pause more between talking. This doesn't seem right at all. yet, it looks a lot like that picture. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, that is the picture. Yeah, people keep telling me to do honey for sore throats. I just don't like honey all that much. Can I consume it in form of... Oh, that broke. No! In the form of Honey Nut Cheerios, because I'm down with that. Did more of that fall into my lap? Or this one here? I hope that came from over there. Okay. This is a very tenuous attachment. And we're not going to brace it with anything. Okay. Okay. You guys see the Out in the Grape shirt launched? Did not see that coming when I said that. Some things you can kind of predict, like we'll have some legs saying out in the frickin' grapes in the middle of a GTA Let's Play just looking for dolls. Didn't think that was going to circle back on me. At least it's not a salad chalice. What shirt? An Out in the Grape shirt came out. And then today we also released a fan, I believe, made a Out in the Grapes song, which I warn you is catchy as hell. So if you listen to it, beware. You might be singing it in your head quite a bit. The editing was really good. You know you got something okay when, good when the people that are in it can listen to the song and not be like, okay, yeah, I get it. I've heard me. We're actually listening to it like, oh, this is good. Yeah, I like what you did there. My screen, it went away again. Out of the grape. It just kept coming back. Just can't degrape, man. The other thing is I remembered it incorrectly. You can do it. You can do it, boys. I honestly thought I said out in the fucking grapes. That's, I can say that once to keep us just R-rated enough to keep the kid rating away. I really thought I said out in the effing grapes. And Trevor had to play it for me today to remind me that I actually didn't. I just said out in the frickin' grapes. Which is way more friendly, to advertisers. I don't have any tea. Got more Diet Coke. Think that'll fix it. Thank you, Bestial Wraith. And Knave. I'm glad you could be here. Man, now that Out in the Grape song back in my head. Okay. Just go listen to it. You'll regret it. But it's okay. Okay. We've almost got a wing. I've almost got another year of life down. Boy, it would suck if I just dropped dead on stream moments before my 39th birthday. Not that I'm suggesting that that's going to happen, but all right, there we go. Now we got a thing that looks like a wing. It would suck big time. Yeah, it would suck real bad. Especially because Laurie's working till 7:30 a.m., so I'd just be in here dead. Probably, nah. Let's just eschew this grim thought process. Yes, MJ, that's what I was trying to avoid saying. Thank you, 49 Royals. Maybe it'll turn out that you know Twitch streamers are like Tinkerbell, and it's just like clap for me so I cannot die. I've always suspected that that's how YouTubers worked. Hey, say it. Say you believe in streamers. Say you believe in streamers. Sure. Thanks. Alright, there we go. Have a wing. Oh, more structural. Thank you for your belief. I get to continue to exist. Ah, strength's returning to me. Look, my voice is even working again. Sorta. Briefly. There it goes. Wing. Man, this thing is not small. I suppose I'll keep living for a while. Not because you told me to. Fine. Damn millennials. My day, we just let the streamers die and we liked it. You can't stop hearing the okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. And the grapes now. Okay. And the grape now. And the grape now. It's bad, man. It gets in there and you can't get it out. That's how it goes. You should watch the song. And I'll apologize to you now for how it's going to be in there for a while. Cap thingy. Reinforcements. Yes. Good. Yes. Where does this piece go? Come on. There it is. Thank you, TGY. I've tried. I don't want to unhear it. What is that good or bad? I'm making a the shuttle, Kylo Ren shuttle. Last Jedi. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to clap yet. Hold it for when I really need it. Eight minutes. 8 more minutes. I can just make it for 8 more minutes. I'll be good. No, just rolled around a bit. Okay, get in there. Okay. Really? Okay. The picture doesn't look like that's how that lines up at all, but alright, well, we're good. Back. How do I live without you? I want to know. Put these little nubs on it. There we go. Thank you, Azriel. Actually, I think they're up to 18.2. Thank you, Dusty. Azriel. We are actually going to stream 7 Days to Die tomorrow. My plan was to just continue our previous base. I'm, perfectly happy to hear your opinions on this, though. So we could upgrade to 18.2, I think is the most recent one. Could be more. It may even be up to 18.4 or something. Just because I feel like we've done the beginning, right? We've been through the first hour or two of playing 7 Days to Die quite a few times, and there's already kind of an investment in the world we're building, which is running 17.4, I believe. So my inclination was to just stick with the world that we'd already had going. Instead of, if we switch to 18, we'd have to redo everything again. And there's not that much. I mean, the skill tree's been completely redone, which, if you've watched any of the streams I've done in it, you would have seen. Okay, wait a minute. It's got... Alright, look at these pictures. This one, no good. This one, yes. I guess it wants you to make sure you push it all the way down. Like there's a tiny little lip there that's not here. Thank you, Druvikin. Yeah, I'm not using it very well, and I think it's mostly out of focus whenever I try and show it something. Thank you so much, Druvikin. So, well, again, yeah, my inclination is to not update. That's cool. And just keep working the world we've been working and work towards making bigger and cooler vehicles and things like that. So I don't think we'll go. He did, MJ. Was that the last episode that he broke all that stuff with the motorbike? We were talking about that, and we were trying to find that bit of the episode. It felt like part 7 was the most recent one up, and it doesn't have that in it, at least that I could find. Unless maybe it's earlier in the episode. So it goes here, I guess. I'm gonna go with here. Those don't hit anything in there, though. Okay. Thank you, Playmaker. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Weiss. We got 3 minutes. Almost there. We're gonna block it in. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Fill it in. Now the pegs can't get free. Thank you, Knave. Alright, this covers from there to there. With just the half back exposed. Good, good. Okay, for these dealies. Go. Thank you, TGY. Heard anything about another Australia trip with AH? I have not so far. If the West Coast tour does, again, I feel like I'm always saying, if this, then that. But really, that's how a lot of these business things work. Is as long as if the West Coast tour goes well, then that certainly opens up more options for us to do more things. How all of this stuff works eventually on the back end is it's just like, okay, if it worked, if not fail, then do more. I'm talking like Matt the Shark Mage there, but kind of what it amounts to. If do goo, do more. Thank you, Penguin. Oh, thank you very much. Congratulations, Ninja Rose. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, it really is, yeah. Have I visited Albuquerque? I have, actually, because my grandmother lives in Las Cruces. So I have been to a lot of areas, or a lot of places in that area. Blah. Thank you, Anna. Oh, thank you so much. Do more shirt. Yep, I'm officially old. It happened. Wait, it hasn't happened yet. Wait. 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 Nope, nope. Not yet. Now I'm old. Okay. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, Haunted. Thank you, Jewel. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Loveland. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Alex. From Lawrenceville, Georgia. I've been there. Thank you, Cold Nova. Happy birthday to me. I'm old as a tree. Next year, how old will I be? Thank you, Literate Potato. That's a cool name. Thank you, Jaded. Thank you, Penguin. No, it's cool. Like, there's a variance, and also there's a slight delay from the stream, so you may have nailed it. Depending on if we're going by the time that I saw it, or the time that you said it, or who knows. Thank you, General Red Velvet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Again, it's been a wonderful year, and I can't express how much your generosity means to me and my family. Both being here and actually just watching our content, all of it is incredible. And the reason that I could win the lottery and still do this every day is because you guys make it incredible. So, thank you. Thank you, Pirate Queen. 2020, man, let's do it. Thank you, Fairy Sana. Thank you, Madman. Thank you, HFX. Oh. Thank you, Allison. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Row. Oh, okay, no, it's fine. That's supposed to overlap there. That feeling when You think things are supposed to fit somewhere in there that they don't? Don't. I think I've almost successfully winged. Weird that goes there. Okay, but sure, whatever. Oh, I definitely missed something right there, didn't I? Yep. Where are you? Oh, maybe I didn't. Ah. Again, thank you all so much for your birthday wishes. I appreciate it. And look, I made it to my birthday able to speak like a human, which is, for me, an achievement, as you may have noticed. Actually, this is something I've never really talked about, but and I really honestly don't know. Hey, you Kit Kat parent. I actually have members of my family that have actual speech impediments, like a stutter, more specifically. And I've always wondered if I actually have like a mild form of a speech impediment. I don't know. I've never like been tested for it, but so the fact that I sometimes mess up words may actually be like a something wrong with my brain. But I think everybody does to some extent. Like, well, not it's not true. I mean, everybody has problems, one way or the other. But thank you, Joseph. I don't care. I mean, honestly, like, it's never bothered me. And it gets noticeably worse the more tired I am. One of those things where it's like, sometimes if I have a stream that goes late, I'll know, like, well, tomorrow, this is gonna cost me. Thank you, Knox. Thank you, Literate Potato. Okay. I feel like this pin should be somewhere, and this thing too. But I guess we're not quite done yet. That gets used in a second here. Okay. This. Oh boy. This is quite a linkage. Okay. Goes through down here. So that must go under there. These pictures are not terribly good at illustrating exactly where this is going to fall. I think it's like this. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, okay. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Annoying. Also, and laughs. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Shadow Silverstar. And Knave. Oh, thank you. Does this go all the way in? Aha. Let's see it there. There we go. Got it. This thing actually, like, has a wing drop sort to it. Ah, here we go. Here's the other pin coming into play. It should go through the end. The end of this, and then there. Yeah, does it? Mm-mm. Houston, we have a problem. Oh, wait, no. Okay. We still have a problem. Oh, there? There. Okay. I feel like I did that where you couldn't really see most of it, but thank you, Allison. You're right, now that you're 39, will you finally change the cheer sounds you've had since you were 36? What would I replace them with? Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Rizla. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this. I think we actually used every bit of the pieces on this one. Oh, that's holding the pin in is what that's doing. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing here. This should slide in. What did I do wrong here? I'm on you. Alright. Okay. Yeah, guess that's right. Okay, right there. So that's one wing on. But there's a second part to this wing. It actually, like, does that. And somehow this is, like... Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. So you can see the linkage here. When you turn this one side of the engine, I'm sure there's a way this locks, but it moves this gear out to rotate that wing out, but it also moves this one here. I think that's never in focus. And this is a better camera. It's really neat. Ugh. It does do a flip flap. I wonder if I should try and tackle another wing. Call it a night and finish it. Well, I should probably stop because my voice is already mostly gone. Yeah, it's doing like a weird, like, curl thing. It's a cool set, man. This is really neat. My only concern with it, and I already pre-warned Eli, it's like, okay, this is, you're welcome to have it, play with it, enjoy it. It's a big set, so it's going to break. Don't worry about it when it does. You know, we'll try and fix it, and if we can't fix it, then we'll just build something else with it. But TGY, I saw him. But thank you. Oh, another one. Thank you, TGY. My last question, Biddy's got missed, and I forgot to give you a birthday wish. Happy birthday. Did I miss it? I swear I said thank you to you earlier. I know a couple times you've actually things, but let me look. I'm leaning right into the... Sent a package not long ago. Apparently, I didn't see that. Sent a package not long ago, and it arrived. And apparently, it was arrived not labeled for Awu. I just hope you guys got it. And there was a darkish T-shirt for you. I don't know for sure, but it doesn't mean that it isn't still going to land. Yeah, no, it's gone. There we go. I don't think there's enough clapping in the world. Okay. I'm gonna call it a night. The drinks are empty. No more drink. There's a tiny drop in each one. Thank you for believing in the streamers. Really, it's not that I'm tired. It's just my voice is done. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have water. Don't worry. Maybe with some lemon. No, wait, that's bad. No more acid. Okay. Oh. one more Lego stream. Staying haunted. And thank you so much for being with me on my lemon is good? Okay, we'll do lemon. Thank you so much for joining me for my 39th birthday. Very kind of you. And thank you for supporting Extra Life. This is, again, part of the Extra Life goal, so it's an incredible charity, so thank you so much for doing that. And I'll be back next week to finish this on Tuesday. Yeah. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. I said that, but I'm going to have to go over there and turn off the stream, so I'll just stay here, and then I'll just awkwardly stand up and walk over there. Thanks, Penguin. Okay, I'm going to turn it off now. If I can remember which one is the right. There we go. I'm going to take care of myself. Don't worry. All right. I feel fine. This is just like Monopoly. It just stopped working. All right. Bye.